What's going on, people? I am Swaver, and this is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. I'm joined by Journey to be Great and a special guest, Lovejoy. Coco Love and Illuminated Lenses have some things to do, but they'll be joining us again next Sunday. So, yeah. But our mission on this podcast is to build better relationships within our community through using the power of conversation. And we have two topics of conversation that we're going to talk to you guys about today. One being the addiction to drugs, and another being about McDonald's. I know it's a little bit of a weird combination, but it all makes sense. So we're going to start out with drug addiction. So what you got for us, Journey?
Well, this article that I came across is on a website called slate.com, and it's called The Woman on the Line. So I don't know if y'all have ever experienced any type of addiction. Me personally, I had an uncle that passed away from cirrhosis of the liver. He was an alcoholic. So I know how that can be stressful on the family. And when he was going through the whole alcohol thing, I was a little girl. I never seen any violent behavior. I never seen anything outrageous. When he came around, I just smelled alcohol. Didn't think a whole lot of it. But he had an addiction and he unfortunately, passed away from it. But anyway, the article that I read on slate.com is called The Woman on the Line. And it talks about this lady named Jessie Blanchard who lives in Albany, Georgia. And she's an operator for Never Use Alone, which is a hotline for drug use. So what it is, people call into this number right before they get high or during their high. And basically just to have somebody on the line in case they overdose and that person can call the ambulance for them. And
Wow,
so just
I don't want to control. That's amazing, though. I didn't even know that. What you said that?
I didn't know it either. That's why I thought it was just really interesting. It's called Never Use Alone.
So that's a line that they can call as they're doing the drugs?
As they're doing it, right, with no judgment, no preaching or anything like that. You get someone on the line, and how the process works, they get your name, they get your address, they tell you to unlock the door. If you have any pets, put the pets up. So when EMT services do come in, if they need to be called, they can just come in without having any type of issues, and they can go ahead and administer treatment.
Wow. Okay. All right.
And also the article was talked about in 2022, nearly 110,000 people died from overdose.
Wow.
And Jessie Blanchard, she got into it because, according to the article, is experiencing addiction with her daughter. And she said when her daughter initially got on drugs, at first she didn't know, but then when she found out, of course, she would be upset, yell, scream at her daughter. So it got to the point where her daughter would stay away, and she would spend a lot of time searching for her daughter. And she talked about one particular day she found her daughter in Krispy Kreme parking lot. And said when she went up to her daughter and touched her on the shoulder because she was so glad that she found her, her daughter turned around and punched her. And she went on to say, her and her daughter fighting in the parking lot. So when they finally got through, said both of them bleeding, her daughter was like, "What the F do you want from me?" And her mother responded, "To not die would be great." And she said when she said that, that's when it clicked to her that that's all that really mattered to her. She wanted her daughter to stay alive. And she said from there, she started buying her daughter clean needles. And I know it sounds insane, but she said she started buying her daughter clean needles. She started bringing her daughter to her home to use in the dining room. And she said, even though it sounds crazy, she knows that was enabling, but she didn't want her daughter using drugs behind a dumpster or in these abandoned houses. So she wanted to make it, and I use this term loosely, but make it as clean as possible. And she said when she started doing that, air quotes, her daughter started looking healthier, and she didn't have all the sores and stuff that comes along with, I don't know if that's like meth or whatever drug you use when you get sores and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I guess her daughter started looking better. So according to the article at the time, I'm not sure exactly when it was wrote, but her daughter was still on drugs, but I guess she's better in a certain sense or whatever. But I kind of want y'all take on it because you can't force someone to stop, but even providing an environment so they won't die and possibly give them another chance to come to their own conclusion that I want to do better. I don't want to continue doing drugs. Or is this just straight out just enabling and that person needs help too?
Man, that's hard. I mean, I'm sitting here listening. First of all, thank you for sharing that with the community because I had no idea. But this whole thing about helping her, I don't know, man. That's hard because I'm trying to imagine having a child that's struggling with that and then saying, well, here's a needle. I mean, at least use a clean one. Like, I don't know if I could see myself doing that. But at the same time, I see exactly what she's saying. It's like, man,
right.
you don't want a child to die out here alone. So, yeah.
That's what I say. I
Right.
get it, but it's still like, yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of one of those situations where they gonna do it regardless. So do I make it safer for them to do it? And of course, being a parent, you don't want to be around it. But like you said, do I want to find my daughter behind a dumpster? Do I want an anonymous phone call of, hey, we found this body? Like, you don't want that. So like, all right, let me see if I could provide clean needles, which is kind of twisted in an okay way.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And then
Well,
also looking at it from the perspective, well, if she does overdose, I can call someone, hopefully to get them here in
Right.
time to revive her.
and I don't know what to say about that, but I want to ask our listeners, what would you do in this situation? Would you, I don't even know how to even say it. Would you enable your child? Or, I mean, how do you even deal with this? So I want to know from the
Yeah.
audience, like, what do you guys think?
Do you enable them or do you just write them off? I don't know.
So, well, we're going to move on to another addiction. Or maybe it's not an addiction, but I know some people really love this place. We're going to be talking about McDonald's. Now, I want to ask you guys this. Was McDonald's like one of your favorites when you were young?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to love McDonald's. I used to get the Happy Meal. I would eat the fries and eat like a piece or half of the burger, and I would throw it away. And my grandmother would get really mad. And she was like, "I don't, you're wasting food, but I would love to just get the toy." I just thought it was such a big deal. But yeah, let's get to the point. So yeah, we're reminiscing now. Yeah, the old day. But anyway, McDonald's is the largest fast food chain in the world, and it has an estimated net worth of over $200 billion, which is crazy. And also, they did a survey, and they said that McDonald's has the best fries. So I want to ask y'all that: do y'all believe that McDonald's has the best fries?
I don't think so.
I
I
would say
used to
they
think
do.
that. I used to think that, but I no longer think that.
Okay, so who you think is beating out McDonald's right now?
Zaxby's. I love their fries.
Okay, what you about to say, Lovejoy?
I think McDonald's has the best fries.
Oh, okay. It's all right. All right. We're gonna leave it up to the debate. But anyway, so I want to get to the point, man. So anyway, McDonald's was started in 1940, May 15th, in San Bernardino, California. And one of the things that I wanted to bring to y'all's attention was, did y'all know that McDonald's is now starting its elimination of the self-service drink station?
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they get rid of it. And they said by the year 2032, they want all self-service soda machines out.
Do
Now,
they have a reason?
Now, here's what's interesting about that. They're saying because of the higher usage of online orders and people using the drive a little bit more, their dining room area is becoming emptier. So they're saying, hey, there's really no need to have a self-service machine. But what I think is, I think McDonald's is sick of the shit. I think they're tired. I think they're tired of people getting water cup and going over there and getting soda. That's what I believe. What y'all think?
I'm
That's
agree
a
with you.
possibility.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen several people do it. You know, so I've seen people say, "Hey, yeah, I'm gonna get a water cup." Then they be waiting till ain't nobody looking, go over there and get some soda now. You know, there was time. I ain't finna incriminate nobody, but I want to know. To the listeners, do y'all know anybody that's asking for water cups and going there and getting soda? Yeah, I know y'all do. Go ahead and put it down in the comments below. Don't tell nobody though.
Or if you're that person, go ahead and say that as well.
Don't do it. Don't do it. We ain't gonna be like Vlad. We're gonna be like Vlad TV. People snitching on themselves. Facts is getting people out here jammed up. But nah. I think that was interesting though. I had no idea. I know I used to go to McDonald's quite a bit. They actually added the self-service drink machine because they were saying, I guess initially when their lobby was filled with more customers coming in to order inside. Of course, you know they have kiosks and everything now, so it's a little bit different. But when it was, when you didn't have all this technology, a lot of people were coming in and then handing them the cup to get their own drink created a way for them to have faster service. So you get your soda, we get the food, we get you out of there. Also, I didn't know McDonald's was kind of ran like Sonic in the beginning. It was like a car hop situation. So you would park, someone would take your order, they would go and get the food and bring it out. So I thought that was interesting though to know about McDonald's. It's a hood favorite. So I wanted to talk about McDonald's and what it made.
Well, alrighty then.
Did y'all play in the little play area when y'all was small?
I did not go in the play area.
We didn't either. My mom thought it wasn't cleaned properly, and she was like, "We're not going in there to play."
I ain't gonna lie, man. I used to think it was snakes and stuff in the balls, and I thought it was something hiding that was gonna get me. Yeah. I used to think it was gonna get me. Yeah, I think something like that happened. I think at the time I was in Selma, something like that, and I think they found a snake or something in one of the. I don't know what do they call them. It was a tunnel. You remember they had the tunnels, and then they had the little balls. And
yes.
Stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. So
you said it was a snake in there. Like this really happened?
Yeah, that really happened. As far as I know, I was scared as hell though. I was like, yeah, it's over with for that. So I ain't never go in there at that point.
Oh,
but if you notice, McDonald's doesn't have that anymore. Have y'all seen one lately?
No, especially with the newer ones they're building.
Yeah, they like get your food, get the hell on. They don't want you in there no more. But anyway,
right. They don't want you congregating.
Right. Get your food and go. Okay, get your food and go. But but anyway, y'all, I want to know: are y'all eating at McDonald's? Do y'all miss the balls and the tunnels and stuff like that? Hey, look, y'all get your mind out together. I'm not talking like that. Just the balls the kids are playing. But, but anyway, yeah, man, we just want to keep this a short, light, fun, just an easy listen as you go to the gym or just in the car. But we asked a few questions in the podcast. Let us know how y'all feel about these topics. Again, thank y'all so much for giving us the time of the day. We will keep bringing that heat. I'm joined by Journey to be Great and our special guest Joy. And yeah, until next time, thank y'all so much. This is the Opinionated Facts Media Group podcast. Peace.